Hey guys, it's your boy Keys. You're welcome back. We're going to be talking about Binance crypto loans, how to go about Binance crypto loans, what crypto loans are. So guys, kindly bear with me with my background noise. I think I'm having a little bit of background noise. We tried doing this recording, but ran into some issues, so we're repeating this recording. So guys, you want to bear with us. On this tutorial, you'll be learning everything about the Binance crypto loans, how to go about it, what the crypto loans are, some of the benefits, why people do it, and what you or the utilities of these crypto loans. Most users would want to use these crypto loans for trading purposes. They could decide to withdraw these crypto loans. They could also decide to stake these crypto loans for whichever purposes. Then there are also some basic features that are made available on the Binance platform. We have the renewal function and also the staking function that are made available on the Binance crypto loan function. So we're currently live on the sports trading section on Binance. So you can see we are looking at BTC as against BUSD. So BTC is currently trading at about $38,912. So on this account, on our account, you can see we are logged in already. We're logged in already to our Binance account, and we would want to buy in on this trade. We want to buy in on this trade. We want to get some amount of BTC, which we currently do not have, although we have some amount of assets in our crypto in our assets, but we do not we have BTC in particular. So once you're logged in, make sure your account is verified. Make sure you've done the necessary verification. We'll be dropping the link as a first-time user on the description of this video. You want to check out the description box. Utilize the link, gives you discount up to $100 bonus as well as other perks. So you get discounts when you utilize or start trading on the Binance platform. Fees will be reduced as well as other perks. So once you have a verified account, completed your KYC, you need to fund your account. As with the traditional loans, you always need a means for collateral. So we're going to be ending towards that. So make sure your account is funded. So depending on wherever country you are, you want to go over to the P2P section. You want to use your credit card or debit card to fund your account. You want to use other e-wallets or e-channels like Advance Cash, TransferWise, or Euro, SEPA, whichever one that is made available or is accessible to you on the Binance platform. So once you're logged in, since this is the web version, you want to go over to the drop down menu on the Binance Finance. The drop down menu is going to show you the likes of crypto loans as well as Binance Visa card. So you want to click on the crypto loans. It says here get instant loan secured by crypto assets. So once you click on that, it's going to take you directly to the crypto loans menu. So if you are on the using the app version, you want to go over to your dashboard. Once you log into your dashboard, you see the option that says more. So once you click on the more option, it's going to show you where it's going to show you the Binance Finance options where you can go over, still navigate over to the crypto loans menu. So it's both accessible on your mobile app as well as on your app version or web version. So before that, before we go over to the page, you can see here we have some amount of BUSD here. We have about 106 BUSD. We would have loved to convert this BUSD directly to BTC so we can jump on or buy in on this trade and make the profit we want to make as much as possible from our own analysis. So you need to make your own analysis. You need to know why you are taking a loan in the first place. You need to understand the basic concepts. You must have done your own crypto research. You need to have done your own personal research, consulted your own financial advisor, as with crypto loan is very volatile and usually very, 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 very risky. So you want to take note of this part. So there are various reasons. For traditional purposes, you can see an individual or a man taking a loan facility for maybe using his house or his car in order to pay medical bills. So he needs cash. He then uses his house or mortgages his property so he can get money for to pay through with his needs. So in this case, we have some amount of BUSD which we'll be using for these collateral. So you can see, you need to understand the concept that what the collateral is usually a particular product or an asset which the individual does not want to sell off. The individual does not want to lose entirely. The individual wants to still hold that portion of it. So they either mortgage it, as with the traditional systems, or loans it out, or uses it as collateral to get what they want. And once they are done getting what they want, they can now pay back for what they collected and get back their initial collateral or deposit. So you need to understand that concept. It's usually a very easy concept. So we have some amount of BUSD. We do not want to convert to BTC directly because we want to keep it in. Want to hold it for long. Most times, people usually use other digital assets and the which they want to hold for long, like let's say some metaverse tokens you want to let's say like for sun token you want to hold it for long, or BTC, because BTC is the uh main token, you want to hold it for long. So those are some of the concepts you need to understand. So once you get over to the Binance crypto loan, it says here the crypto loans you can borrow for spot margin futures trading or staking to earn high APY. APY is annual percentage yield, usually on a yearly basis annually. So it's, for whichever percentage you can easily repay at any time. For Binance crypto loans, the interest are usually calculated hourly and there are no transaction fees. So unlike other traditional loans, there could be processing charges, legal fees. As with banking sectors, there are usually legal fees, insurance, this, VAT, that, handling charges, and lots of them. So you want to take note of these particular concepts. So since we want to look at BTC and we have about $100 of BUSD, so you can go over here and select. If you have an ongoing crypto loan already, you can see ours is showing zero. Asset overview, there's nothing there. You can see we have initial LTV, which is loan to value ratio. So it says here you need to note that the initial LTV is 65%. For margin call, it's usually 75%. Liquidation LTV is usually 83%. And you can see the hourly and daily interest rates 0.001, 250, over 0.030. So you need to understand these concepts. So it says here LTV is LTV is the value of your loan to the value of your collateral. So you need to understand that to calculate your LTV is the loan value all over the collateral value. So let's say we have 100 BUSD. 100 BUSD is our collateral value, but we have 106 BUSD. Then the loan value, let's say you want one BTC. One BTC is currently about $38,000 or $39,000. So that's how you calculate your, and that is 65% of it. So the price used for the index is the index price. So different collateral coins have different initial LTVs, which means when you use different coins as collateral of the same value, the loan you make is of a different value too. So what happens if my LTV is too high? You want to know that if your LTV is higher than the margin call LTV, we inform you to add more collateral or repay your loan. If your LTV is higher than liquidation LTV, we will liquidate your collateral to repay your loan. So there's usually a process that this thing follows. So the initial stage, when it's getting closer to a bad loan, that's what we call the margin call LTV. So, but when it's now a bad loan or a bad loan, that's what we now call the liquidation LTV. So, for the margin call or when it's close to it, when it's getting close to it, Binance will send you a notification that you need to increase your collateral. And this scenario usually happens. Let's say you have BUSD, which is a stable coin. BUSD, most times they usually do not they usually their values are usually stable, although the loan you take might increase in value. So these are scenarios which that can also occur. So let's say you use BTC as at when BTC was $38,000. So you use BTC as your collateral. So now BTC dropped to $4,000 like it did some years back. So now you can see that what you started with was $38,000. but now the value of what you dropped as collateral is now worth about $4,000. So Binance will tell you that you need to come and add more BTC. So you need to add more BTC to it, or more digital assets to it, to increase your collateral, because it's no longer at par with what they gave you, because they gave you this amount, about that amount of asset. So that is what it's currently is. So when a scenario where you do not meet up with Binance notice, and the loan goes even further, let's say BTC drops to about $1, and Binance will have no other option than to liquidate your assets in order to pay your loan, or liquidate your collateral in order to pay your loan. So those are some of the concepts, but you need to know that Binance will always notify you in cases where your assets have started depreciating, or your collateral has started depreciating in value. So how can I adjust my collateral? So you can adjust your collateral on the other page. You can always add more collateral, and when your LTV is lower than initial LTV, you can remove some of your collateral too. So you can understand that when your collateral is usually far higher, let's say you use an appreciating or a volatile collateral. Let's say you did not use any stable coin. You use a particular collateral that is let's say for BTC, and your BTC appreciates to about $100,000. Let's say you use BTC when it was $40,000, and it's now $100,000 for one BTC. You can see that there's a whole big gap, so you can tend to withdraw some part of this collateral which is being there for your own purpose. So those are some concepts you need to understand for LTV. I think the good thing here is that if even though you're for stable coins, we're going to get back to that. So basically, we want to use BTC. So you can see the minimum required amount of BTC, 0.01 BTC. So let's say we want to borrow 0.01 BTC. So Binance usually lets you know the minimum required amount, so you get to understand what is being required. So we're going to put 0.01 BTC, and it's currently at default at BUSD. So if yours is not at default at BUSD, you want to check it out and change it and impute the current value. So you can see we have, your balance says we only have 106 BUSD, which is not enough for us to collect 0.01 BTC. So apparently this loan will not be able to push through. So now one of the benefits, or one of the things users use in collecting and doing this, why one of the reasons why they collect this is the fact that maybe you want to participate in an ongoing event, and you've calculated that it will be more profitable for you if you are able to qualify for this transaction, and you do not want to uh, disturb your collateral. You do not want to convert your collateral to that particular digital asset. So you might want to go over with the crypto loan option, collect your crypto loan, trade on the spot market, or you can easily withdraw it and use some amount of money to uh, push through with your trade or your needs. And when that token appreciates, you just use the proceeds from it to clear off your loan. So those are some of concepts why people do this. So since we are not able to push through with this, we're going to try with let's say we want to try with another token. Let's we're going to be looking for another token we can use for this transaction. So let's say we want to go with a lesser valued asset like Sandbox. I think we've mentioned Sand token, or let's say we want to go with Dogecoin. I think Dogecoin is about 0.13. So let's say we want to use that for these particular transactions. So we're going to wait a little bit for this to pull up. We're currently having some network issues, so you want to bear with us. So we'll try as much as possible to understand, to give you guys the very best. So you want to know that while this is loading, you can see that the total interest has already been calculated here. We have the repayment. We are going to repay 0.010021 BTC if we collect 0.01 BTC. So the interest will be 0.000021 BTC. So Binance automatically calculates this for you for a 7 days period of time. For a 14 days period of time, it will be a little different. The values are usually different. So you want to check which one is higher or which one is preferable. But most times you want to go with the one that is preferable for you or suitable with what your target is. So all you need to do, create a loan request. Your collateral will be transferred from your sports wallet, and your loan will be credited to your sports wallet. So immediately it is being debited, it will be credited to your sports wallet in another form. So you can see you can repay at any time, receive collateral in sports account, and that is it. You're good to go. So we're going to click here. So all you need to do, if you have whichever assets you want to switch between assets to see which one will be suitable for you to use as collateral. You can also use the feature here that says only my assets and only show staking options. So you can decide to use uh, your digital assets that are staked on the Binance platform in order to put through with this your loan request. So let's say we want to use a stand token or algo, some amount of algo. Let's say we want to use a sand. Or let's say we want to use sand token. Some amount of sand token. Then we have BUSD here. So I'm going to show you guys how to switch between these features. So this, when on default, Binance shows you list of tokens that are made available here. Shows you list of tokens that are made available here. So all you need to do, you can decide to use this staking option. Staking option will show you list of tokens that are currently uh, being staked. So when you click on the search button, you're going to see only the tokens that are staked already that you can use as collateral. So these tokens are currently being staked on our assets. So we're going to click on this and use the only show my assets feature. So you want to use the feature. So this helps you, saves you time for you to start navigating through loads of tokens. So you can see we only have two assets, which is BUSD and DAR. So let's say we want to go with BUSD. So since we want to go with BUSD, I'm going to impute the amount of sandbox. So it says we can get from 100 sand token to 8,800 sand tokens. So you want to know that this is how it basically works. This is how it basically works. So each of these tokens has each range that it allows users to push through it. So I'm going to click on 20 sand token. So we're going to see what 20 sand token, the collateral amount that will be required for 20 sand token. So guys, this process is usually very easy. So say for 20 sand token, what will be required as collateral will be 97.88 BUSD. So you guys, you can see that we currently have this amount of it to push through with it. So I think this is a this is good to go. So I think this is good to go. So on Binance activity, there's a competition, or there's an activity that says when you stake about 20 sand token or so, there are some activities that usually come up. So you want to check. I think there was an activity that said when you stake sand token, you will be allowed to participate in the airdrop pool, where you could be entitled to win a particular amount of BUSD or sand tokens as reward. So those are some of the options that users will want to participate on it, complete the first trade, and pay back their loan. And that's how to go about. This is just a basic tip if you get to find out or you want to do so. The interest will be calculated 0.03501 sand token. This is what we'll be paying on an hourly basis. That's the interest amount for 7 days. So you want to divide that by this. So hourly we'll be paying 0.001, but in total for the 7 days you'll be paying 0.03. So you want to know that the Binance crypto loan, they are usually very cheap and affordable. Very cheap, guys. Very cheap. So I'm going to click with start borrowing since we want to push through with this. This is just a memo. This is just a memo to give you guys an insight of how to go about this. So I'm going to click about this. So take note of the value that we'll be getting. We're getting 97.88120002 BUSD. Hourly interest is this. I know that the hourly interest is usually less than an hour, is also calculated as an hour. So you click on confirm, click on agree. Once you click on confirm, it's going to tell you, there's a notification that's going to pop up and tell you that your crypto loan has been uh, approved, is successful. So you can see we have ongoing orders there. Initially, we did not have ongoing orders. So you can see we now successfully completed an order. We just collected a loan facility for BUSD. You can see now we have the repay function. We also have the adjust LTV. If you want to adjust the LTV, that's your loan to value. Let's say in a scenario where your loan has appreciated or whichever purposes you want to adjust it, you can utilize that feature here. So residual interest, this is it. So we're going to click on this and watch. So these are some FAQs, guys, for you to understand this whole concept. The renew function will be made available, so you can renew this order after 2022-03-01 or after you've paid for these projects. So what will going to happen, since we want to repay for it, but before we repay for it, let's go over to this spot trading. Let's say for an instance, a user wants to trade this token. For a user who wants to trade this, you see we still saying here we have about $106, but I'm going to refresh and so you guys will see what we truly really now have. I think we should be we left with about 3 or 2 point something BUSD. I think that's what we should be left with. So I'm going to click on sand token as against BUSD. So if you click on SAN token as against BUSD, you have 7 days to repay your loan. You want to push through whichever transactions you want to push through. So there are various benefits. You want to trade futures, you can go over to trade futures. Mind you, cryptocurrency trading is usually cryptocurrency is usually very volatile. So you make sure you know what you're doing. But this is the basic concept on how to go about these crypto loans. It's usually very easy. All you need to do is to have your collateral and you're good to go. So I'm going to click on SAN here as against BUSD. So you click on SAND as against BUSD, you can see SAND is now currently worth about 3.1771. We're going to wait a little bit for this to push up. Currently worth about $3.2. So the price is really fluctuating. So make sure you know what you're doing so you can push through with your trades. So we're going to wait for it to load. So you see current assets that are made available on our wallet. We're currently having some network issues. So guys, if you're liking this video, feel free to give us a thumbs up. If you have any questions, let us know. You can look at the charts for SAN token. There's been lots of ups and downs. I think the all-time high has been about $8. So it's still saying we have about 106 BUSD here. I think it's still refreshing. I think that's why it's still saying like that. It's still refreshing. Let's see. Should load up a little bit so we can get the whole concept of this crypto loan tutorial. So going to wait up. Okay. So basically, once you're done collecting your loan, you can see we should be seeing our amount of BUSD here. I'm going to wait up a little bit. I'm going to be refreshing this. Going to refresh this a little bit. So while we're refreshing that, I'm going to go over to our sports wallet to see. So initially, we had about 105 BUSD here. You can see these are our dashboard, 105 BUSD, or total is 106 BUSD. I'm going to refresh these two. So I'm refreshing this so we can see what we currently have. So while we're currently checking up that, there are some beneficial articles here you want to check up that there are some FAQs that people have talked about or asked about. So these are some questions you want to look into. Said, what is crypto loan? Can you get crypto loans on Binance? Yes, you can get crypto loans on Binance. These are just Google questions. Say, can you borrow against your crypto? Yes, the Binance crypto loan is usually very secured. You cannot get a loan to buy crypto. So right here, yes, you can also get a loan to buy crypto. You can get a loan to buy a house. You can get a loan, a crypto loan to buy whatever you want to buy. So you can get a loan like a house, car, or whatever. So your cryptocurrency can serve as collateral for these loans and low interest. So you want to know about this. Then you said uh, we have can you borrow against? Okay, so crypto-backed loans are very secured loans that use digital assets like Bitcoin as collateral. So you won't have to undergo a credit check to qualify for a crypto-backed loan. So crypto-backed loans may also distribute funds almost instantly, unlike traditional lenders. So you want to know these are some of the pros for these crypto loans. These are some of the pros. So you cannot buy a house. So this is a funny one. So can I buy a house? Say yes, you can buy a house. You can buy a house with your cryptocurrency to buy real estate property by conducting a wallet to wallet transaction, leverage P and more. So guys, you can push through with this. You can push through with this on the Binance platform. And also, he said, what is the point of borrowing? So let's look at the point of borrowing here. As here it says, why borrow against crypto? So it may make sense if someone owes a substantial amount of crypto and wants to liquidate it without having to sell or possibly pay taxes on it. So these funds could then be used for a purchase or to invest in a business similar to borrowing with a personal loan. So you need to understand this concept, guys. This is the basic concept on how or why people utilize these crypto loans feature. So guys, I hope you're understanding this. We're currently coming to the end of this tutorial video. We're going to show you guys that, but before that, we've talked about what crypto loans are, talked about how to use them, some of the basic features there. We have the renew fee features, we have the staking options, we also have some of the reasons why people or the utilities, people can trade with them, people can use them, withdraw them to buy, uh, push through with their transactions. Now, there's an article on Binance here that talks about should you borrow crypto, the pros and cons. The main takeaways here is that with a crypto loan, you can quickly borrow funds with no credit score and lower interest fees. So you can see the interest fees are even less than a dollar. I'm paying less than a dollar for some token that I borrowed. I think less than a cent, guys, hourly basis, because I'm going to be repaying this loan so you guys can see. So in this article, you learn all about crypto loans, the pros and cons, and how to borrow crypto more, guys. So guys, we're going to go over to okay, it says here crypto loans. Okay, for the definition here, it says the fundamentals of crypto loans are pretty similar to traditional loans, except for one key difference: accountability. So crypto loans on the Binance platform is very, very much accountable. So you can see it's automated. There's no transaction that's going to tell you that you didn't pay today or you didn't pay tomorrow because it's being automated. So you see all your transactions, and if you make any payment, it's usually news off immediately. The traditional loans use credit scores, which to calculate borrower's risk. So you might need to bring a guarantor, bring surety, sign some documentations, but you don't need all that since you have a verified Binance account. So why crypto loans don't require credit scores instead? So lenders will hold a portion of your crypto asset as collateral until you repay the loan. And also you want to look at the crypto loan, so that it works on an hourly basis. So these are just some of the pros. So looking at the pros for crypto loans, you say there's speed and flexibility. Borrowers can instantly get their loan. So you can see you want to edge against the time the market is currently moving. There's pump in the market, so you want to buy in on a particular token that is currently moving on the upward or on the bullish, that is going to bullish. So you want to jump on the trend and make your profits and keep the rest. So that's it. You can jump on a particular trend, collect a loan, use part of the keep the profits from the transaction and use the rest proceeds in nailing off your loan, while at the same time the asset or the collateral that you used in the digital asset you used as collateral could also have appreciated, or that's if it's a volatile crypto, let's say like BTC. So you use BTC as when it was $40,000, and after 7 days, when you wanted to pay or when you want to pay the loan back, BTC has appreciated to about $100,000. So you can see that you've accumulated money. Had it been you converted the BTC to that particular asset, you would not have gotten that gain. So those are some of the perks. Then long-term consideration, long-term, so you can get for 360 days and more. So borrowers also get lower interest. The interest rates are usually very low. Now, the only risk we have is the liquidation risk, where in cases where you don't pay. But apparently, everyone who wants to collect a loan will have it in mind that you will have to pay. So it's an opportunity. So you can afford to, and it's a business. You can afford to not pay. And the loan to value ratio, the ratio measures the risk level. So this helps Binance keep in check and lets you know what's up. So those are just the cons. This is what most people do not have. Like for traditional loans, let's say you have a guarantor that is that stood as guarantee for your facility, and unfortunately the guarantor dies, and you can see that you that loan might have to be in. Those are some of the side effects of, or some of the cons. Then late repayments, the borrowers will get liquidated for late repayment and incur liquidation fee. Also, they also pay uh, about 3 times hourly too. So why borrow with Binance loans? The loans are very flexible, use funds anywhere, loan staking. So you can, some of our collateral options can also be staked to generate crypto rewards and reduce loan interest. So the collateral options that are being given to you on the Binance platform, you can also stake them, and you can also use them for whichever purposes you want to use them for. So guys, I'll be dropping the links to this article so you can get you can push through with you can read more on the Binance crypto loans. So I'm going to check if this is if this has finished loading up. Currently having some network issues. But because of time, guys, because of time, we don't want to make this video very long, very long. We're just going to go over to the crypto loans option. So I'll show you guys how to repay your loan. So you can see LTV 65%, total debt. Let's see if this will load up for us to see the current fees of our sports wallet. Initially we had about 106 BUSD. So we're going to be looking at what we currently have there, so we can push through. So guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe with your bar keys. Give this video a thumbs up. I hope you're getting value from this tutorial. Sorry, it's a little bit lengthy, but we'll work on it, guys. We're trying to give you guys the very best so you understand the whole concept of this. It's currently loading up, loading up, loading up, loading up, loading up. We're going to wait a little bit longer. If it doesn't load up, we're going to push through with, we're going to go over to, so let's just wait while it's loading up. We're going to check out this article here that talks about crypto loans. These are just same these are just same these are just some basic concepts, so you want to note. So it says, final thoughts: if you're looking to utilize funds beyond your own means or need to have fast cash but don't want to liquidate your asset, a crypto loan can work nicely for you with numerous options in cryptocurrencies to borrow and count as collateral. So the ability to trade has grown even wider, and since you don't need to have a credit score to apply for a crypto loan, you're good to go. The DeFi options allow users to borrow quickly and without peer-to-peer interaction. Instead, the loan is completed by code or smart contract. So there are also DeFi crypto loans you want to look at. Then we have centralized options, provide users with customer savings interactions, insurance for funds, and usually higher return rates for your customers. So let's check these guys. Let's see where we are at now. I'm going to go over here back to see. So guys, for you to, let's just go over here. So in order for you to repay your loan, all you need to do is to click on the repay button. When you click on the repay button, Binance is going to show you your total debt. You can see the borrowed amount. See, you want to pay for everything. Let's click on max. We want to pay the total amount that we borrowed. So it's going to be calculated here. You can see the return collateral. This is the return collateral. LTV after repayment is 0.02. So we used about whatever we used for our transaction. You can see principal paid, total repayment, SAN token, and more. So this is it, guys. You want to know this is how it basically works. So this is our return principal. LTV after repayment is about 0.02%. So you want to take note of this. So I'm going to click on repay. So this is basically how it works on the Binance platform, guys. So we're going to click on it again. Check. So we're repaying the borrowed coin and the collateral. Okay, let's see what we are repaying. Rates, repayment amount, collateral used, return collateral. So let's say we want to repay the borrowed coin. Click on max. Once you click on max, it's going to ask you to refresh rate. So you can either refresh the rate so you get the latest rate and you're good to go. Going to click on refresh rates, borrowed coin, a SAN token. So going to click on it. So guys, you want to be able to currently having some network issues. That's why we're unable to get some of these figures. So once you're done with that, you just click on repay and you're good to go. So I'm going to click on max here, repayment amount, total debt. Our total debt is 20 SAN tokens, total repayment 20 SAN tokens, return collateral is about 34 BUSD. Okay, so this is it. So we are repaying this. So this is how it basically works, guys. I'm going to refresh this so you guys can see how far. So it's usually a very easy procedure for you guys to do. Fresh rates. 100%. So we are supposed to see a button that tells us that click on repay or click on confirm. So that's what we're currently not getting here. So I'm going to click on, I think we're having some network issues. I think that's why we're unable to get that value. I think that's why we're unable to get this value. Assets overview. Let's go over to asset overview. Let's see what we currently have here. So asset overview, you'll be able to see your debt assets as well as more. You can see collateral asset is 97.83 BUSD. This is what we used in collecting about 20 SAN tokens, which is worth about just 63 BUSD. So we're going to click on. So since we want to repay, all you need to do is just click on the repay button, and you're supposed to see a feature that tells you that confirm repayment. Okay, so click on this. So you can now see the confirm repayment is now showing. You click on confirm repayment and it's going to say successful. Your transaction has been confirmed successfully. So guys, I hope you understand the basics of this tutorial. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. It said collateral has been successfully returned to our wallet on our account. So you can see it's now zero, zero. You can see the LTV is now 0. So we're going to click on repay again. I think the total collateral we're supposed to be returned is about 97. So we're going to go over to the collateral option. Confirm repayment. So we are currently no longer indebted to the Binance platform. We're going to go over to the collateral option. So you guys, you want to take note that you can always withdraw some portion of your LTV